everybody, to this week's Market Share, the short weekly segment brought to you by MKR, where we bring you all the noteworthy news and updates surrounding digital media and the world today. I'm your host, Genevieve, and we've got some great stories for you today, so let's get started. First up, ordering food delivery has never been easier. The most recent example is Domino's. The pizza giant has created an Apple CarPlay integration so that you no longer have to almost crash to order your pizza on the way home. You can now submit a recent or saved order or call to place a new order with the store, all while using only one tap or staying completely hands-free. The company knows that waiting in a drive-thru line is never ideal, and after a quarter that disappointed investors, they're trying to find a new way to boost sales. This is a great example of a company using its in-house app to drive orders. With the crazy numbers of people ordering takeout every day, are brands missing out on the kind of data that Domino's is capturing? A lot of companies definitely think so. The next battleground for fast food will be in-house delivery. Throughout the pandemic, brands typically relied on apps like DoorDash and Uber Eats, but now they're looking to cut external costs and improve their data and customer loyalty. KFC and McDonald's specifically have found new ways to incentivize people to order through the in-house app in order to gain rewards, therefore providing yet another reason to get off the larger delivery apps. Plus, I don't know about you, but I would much rather pay a little extra to the brand providing me the food rather than pay aggressive fees to one of the delivery giants. So data improvements combined with fewer cost implications and the chance of increasing long-term brand loyalty means that we will definitely be seeing changes in the way large food brands show up in our day-to-day lives. Second this week, in a world where eyeballs are increasingly hard to reach, a study has found that cinema ads register stronger attention scores than many other platforms. 4 to 7 times higher than other types of video, to be exact, including TV, social, and digital platforms. The study was conducted over the course of 2 days and 6 screenings of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. 151 participants were shown a series of 12 ads from different industries, had their pupil changes and attention tracked by infrared cameras, and then were asked to complete a survey that evaluated their recall and choice preferences. This data was then compared with TV and digital data, the results being that viewers had an attention score of 70% in a cinematic environment versus 16% and 13% respectively for linear TV and CTV. 99%, 97%, and 95% of participants watched at least a part of a 60, 30, or 15-second ad, respectively. The attention scores and additional data really do matter to advertisers, because this has presented itself as a channel where they can gain much more focused attention. And this study even showed that a 1 percentage point increase in attention score precipitated a 1% increase in brand recall and brand choice. Using data like this can allow marketers to make much more informed media buys, and apparently, the cinema is the place to be. Third up, and in the least bad thing we've seen from Twitter in a while, Twitter Blue subscribers can now access a 50% ad reduction incentive. Twitter Blue has pointless written all over it, but now there's finally at least one reason to use it: fewer ads. But if you ask some of us, you can really just scroll past ads on social media anyways, so it's not that great of an incentive unless you can't control yourself like executive producer Topher Heaven. Although this may be good for the end user, it is definitely problematic for advertisers. The amount of money that Twitter generates from ads almost outweighs the potential revenue that it could bring in via Twitter Blue, so it may not actually be viable in a business sense. This isn't the first time we've said something like this about Twitter. And actually, if you look deeper into the rules surrounding the 50% fewer ads, it really depends on how you use the platform, how much advertising content you'll see. So the money for Twitter Blue is even less worth it. So if there's one thing you take away from this, you should run far, far away from any social platform that is selling off your ability to run advertising campaigns. Finally, the most recent great example of brand social influencing is from the skincare brand CeraVe and their pool of doctors and content creators who are driving their message in a very relevant way. Over the past year, the brand has sharpened its focus on dermatologist influencers in its social media content, and it is in a really authentic way. Many dermatologists have become famous on TikTok and other social media platforms because they're spreading information on health and wellness, one of the most popular topics on these platforms. These dermatologists now have a synergistic relationship with CeraVe, as they promote CeraVe products, and in turn, they gain more followers from being posted on the CeraVe page. As social platforms become more and more saturated with influencers, these industry experts are bringing some fresh air by being educated, trustworthy sources of information that the public is seeking. CeraVe's Face It Like a Derm campaign really aims to invest time and resources into maintaining these relationships. Social content is just a way to display that relationship to the consumer. It's not just the end goal. The mix of non-expert influencers and expert influencers surprises people and keeps them engaged on the platform, which is why you should definitely take notes on this type of influencer relationship. That's all for this week's Market Share. My name's Genevieve, and I'll see you all next week. And then just and pull. Oh my God, Sam.